Okay, welcome to class 5 of the ICT 2022 Mentorship Remix. So this week, I didn't really see much setups at all, which is, I saw a couple, but it was very, this week specifically was slim pickings for the model. But we did have a really good opportunity on Friday. I want to go over that. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Thursday as well. So let's go over Friday first. This was definitely the best looking thing that I saw this week. All right, let me get out of this. Boom. So my bias on Friday, and at the time that I'm making this video, it's 2/10/2024. All right, so February the 10th, 2024. So this is on February the 9th, 2024, where we saw this, okay? So NASDAQ, it's very bullish at the moment, as you can clearly see. This thing's making new highs right now. It's an extremely strong trend, right? So your best bet in this environment is to just flow with the trend. Don't try to fight it because it's just ramping up right now. And you don't want to get in front of a freight train like that, right? So this morning, guys, this is my storyline that I had to go off of. So let's go to this higher time frame chart, and I want you to notice something here. What's this right here, where my cursor's moving? Well, that is a swing high level, right? Highs in the middle, lower high on the left, lower high on the right. So what is that? Beforehand, like before we had this big push up like this. Let me actually go to replay mode real quick. This would be better if I do it like this, guys. So, but what do we have before we got that push up right there? What was this? What is that right there, guys? It is a level of resistance. I'm trying to make it like, so it looks kind of scrunched up, but I think you guys, get the point. You can see it. That's a level of resistance. But what happened to that level? It came up and we closed. Actually, let me rewind again. It closed above it. See that? We closed above that level. Now, this 4-hour candle, it did that. Is that a stopper and signature? Is that something that is like respecting that level? It's not, and it's also making new highs. That's the thing. It's making new highs. It cracked this old high right here with a strong close above it. I had that storyline to go off of into 9:30 equity bell, because coming to 9:30, this candle had already closed. Like this opened at 6 o'clock. Remember, this candle opened at 6 o'clock, so this was already closed coming to 9:30 here. So we already cleared that level essentially. So just think, I know a lot of people in the SMC community, the ICT community, don't really subscribe to basic support and resistance theory, but it connects perfectly with this, okay? We have this old high right here, it was broken, and it becomes support going forward, okay? Now let's go to the lower time frame chart here, or the 1-hour chart, right? So I already have this storyline to go off of. I have this point of interest right here that it's cleared coming to equity bell, right? And then I also have this right here. What's this? Well, I have this 1-hour imbalance. It did tap into it slightly in London session, but it still has a large portion of that imbalance that is still there. And in the process of doing this, of tapping down to that imbalance in London, it created 1-hour sell side. Because if you look right here, we have our lowest low in the middle, we have a higher low on the left, we have a higher low on the right. That makes that a swing low level. That makes that sell side liquidity. We understand beneath swing low levels, sell side is residing. And guess what? We still have this old high in here as well, which is serving as support. Remember, we cleared that. We got a very strong 4-hour close above that level. And what you need to understand is each candle tells you a story. As I just said, that's not some stopper and signature. That's not something that's respected as a level of resistance, not in the slightest. It had a very strong close above it. And that gives me a storyline to go off of coming into Friday equity bell. Okay. So I got that close. I got this imbalance right here. And you can see it comes, there is right here, see this? You can see like we got this big wicked move right here. What do we call that right there? We're gonna go to the lower time frame here in a moment, but that's what we call a turtle soup. Okay, what is a turtle soup in simplest terms? It is a move in the opposing direction of where price really intends on going for the sole intention of taking liquidity. Okay, so, and this, it goes in, and then you look right here. There's your 15-minute sell side right here. As ICT teaches, look for that 15-minute sell side, right? There you go. You got it right there. And of course, you got these levels up here as well, which it violated. See that? 15-minute sell side, 15-minute sell side, 15-minute sell side. It's also 1-hour sell side as well. And you got a 1-hour imbalance right here. See that? That is internal range liquidity. Okay? That's a level of support. And don't forget, we still have this old high in here as well, which is serving as support. Remember, at this point, we've got that 4-hour strong close above that level. It didn't respect it as a level of resistance. Therefore, we can anticipate it's going to reclaim it as support, especially in an environment like this where price is making new highs. It's very strong. It's just a rocket ship to the upside right now. So it's not respecting that level as resistance. So it's going to serve as support going forward. Okay. So let's go to the lower time frame chart here. So what we saw here was right at 9:30, we ended up selling off. That's what I want to see, because not always, but a lot of the times, 9:30, a lot of times, like that's where you'll see that turtle soup. It's like right after equity bell. Equity bell is 9:30. A lot of times, the first run that you see at 9:30 is the fake run. Okay, it moves in the opposite direction of where it really intends on going to take liquidity. Okay. So I have this, look right here, 9:30, look at my cursor now, boom, we're selling off immediately. And what are we selling off into? This is the key thing, because we've already done the work. Okay, I didn't just go in here, look for some random push up, right? No, I've done the work and I've identified these higher time frame points of interest in here. I've identified the liquidity. So I have that old high support like I've already talked about. I'm taking out like 15-minute sell side, 15-minute sell side, 15-minute sell side. I'm coming down into, and yes, taking out 1 hour sell side as well. And I'm coming down into a 1 hour bullish imbalance. That internal range liquidity on the 1 hour. Let me refresh your memory real quick, just so we're all on the same page here. Right here, guys, you can see right there, we got that 1 hour imbalance that it tapped into. That's a very sensitive area right there. And at the same time that it's doing that, you're taking out 1 hour sell side while operating within a bullish market structure. This thing is completely bullish. It's very strong. It's ramping up with aggression, with strength. It's making new highs in here. And then we have this move lower right here, right at equity bell. See that? And it's moving lower, moving lower, moving lower. And we come down to that point of interest. That's what we call that turtle soup, that fake run lower down into that level right there. At this point, I'm hunting for that lower time frame shift. I'm hunting for that signature that we all know what that is, that shift in market structure, the ICT entry signal, right? On the fair value gap, the move lower, all that good stuff. Now, it did not give a discount. So if you're waiting on the discount, then you wouldn't have got it. But it was still, like, you may have decided it was still worth it based on the risk reward on this play. Because look at this. We got our imbalance right here. That's confirmation. At that point, you have the confirmed confirmation signal. You have it came down to the higher time frame level, that old high. It swept the 15-minute sell side, swept the 1 hour sell side. It came down to a 1 hour imbalance right here. And price told you that it wanted to respect that level. Okay. How did it tell you that? Well, here's your signature. See how it comes up? Look right here. High high in the middle, lower high on the left, lower high on the right. It comes up and it cracks that short-term high right here. It has a very strong close above it. That's what you want to see. It gives the fair value gap confirmation. As soon as that candle right there closed and you're coming to 9:46 a.m., confirmed. It's confirmed and it wants to move higher at that point, as we were talking about on Friday. And as I made very clear when I was talking to my mentees, you could shoot for this high up here. That is completely valid. I'm not saying you got to. Again, I'm not trying to force you into a mode. It's really up to you. If you want to be conservative with it and take like just a basic 2-to-1 and be content with that fixed risk reward, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want a 1-to-1, nothing wrong with that. Or if you want to shoot for this, then there's nothing wrong with that either. You have that available to you, okay? Because you're flowing with a trend here. So as I was talking about on mic on Friday, as I said, you could have got in like literally on this imbalance right here. Think about this. You could have got in off that imbalance. That's valid. Risk that low right there. And you could have targeted this high up here because you are aligned with the trend, the overall trend. See that? That's 3-to-1 risk reward. Actually, let me adjust it a little bit. That is, yep, 3-to-1 risk reward right there. That's valid. So you may have decided that, okay, it didn't give a discount, but we're coming down to this imbalance right here. It's very strong, and it's already providing me 3-to-1 risk reward, which is incredible. Out of this world. That's awesome risk reward. It's overall very strong trend. So you can probably come to that conclusion, okay, it hasn't given a discount, but it's tapping down into that imbalance, which is level of support, and it's given fantastic out of this world risk reward. So I'm content with that, and I'm good with that. All right. And as I said, you could have just, did a fixed risk reward like 2-to-1. Where's 2-to-1 at? Right there. You could have decided, okay, 2-to-1. I got my 2-to-1, but basic 2-to-1. I'm done selling it. I'm out. Good. You could have did that as well. Or say you just wanted a 1-to-1, right? You could have just been really content with that. Hit that low hanging objective. Boom. You're out. Just like that. Just like that. It's that simple. It's really just comes down to how you want to do it. I don't want to force you into a mode. Do it however, whatever style fits you, because we got different styles that fits us, right? Or you could have also, another thing, could you have kept your stop beneath the fair value gap low? You could have. Why? Because there's no other imbalance down here. Do you see another imbalance down here beneath this? No, there's not. So whenever you have a scenario like that where there's no other imbalance down there, that does make it it's a place where you can keep your stop. It is a place that you can definitely keep your stop at if you don't got another imbalance. If you got another imbalance down there beneath that imbalance, well, then it's not something that you want to do. But because you don't have another imbalance down here, and this is the last one, that makes it a good place. So you can keep your stop beneath the fair value gap low as well. And then boom, look at that. Even better. That's over 4-to-1 risk reward on that play. Over 4-to-1 risk reward right there. If you just targeted that high right there, which is completely valid. That's what's available to you. So even though we didn't really have that many setups last week, I didn't see too much. that was really impressive. Fraud like this literally makes up for it. That can make your, like one trade like that can make your entire month. That could set you up for the entire month. Good to go, just off one trade. And of course, you get these setups every week. You don't get like a super clean setup, every single day from what I've seen. But you'll get, 1, 2 at the very least a week if you're just, very patient. And that was the case. So that was the best setup that I saw this week. It was just, it was the perfect scenario, right? Is it always that clean? No. But again, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. One setup like that, and you're golden, right? And also, another thing, another one. We actually had another setup here. That was on the 1 minute, but I was talking about this as well on Friday, which is when this set up. We had this 15-minute imbalance right here. I wasn't too worried about it because it's overall bullish here. As I said, you could have took the low-hanging objective if that did concern you. But here's what happened here. What do we got right there? It was a bearish imbalance to start off here. It came down. It took out the sell side. It tapped down to that 1 hour imbalance, found support. And what do we got right there? As soon as that closed, come into 10 o'clock, what do we got right there? That's an inverse fair value gap. Okay, and I've made a video on inverse fair value gap. If you just search my channel, you'll see it. Heck, I'll even leave a link in the video description to one of the most recent videos I made on inverse fair value gap. So after you finish with this video, just go to the video description and I have a link to the video I made on inverse fair value gaps and what they are, how you can trade them, etc. But look right here. In simplest terms, we have this bearish imbalance right here, and it cracked above it, it closed above it, so it did not respect that level. And at that point, you can very clearly establish what this wants to do. As soon as you see that inverse fair value gap, I mean, we already had, I already figured it was going to come and take this high earlier on, but this is like that nail in the coffin right there. And if you wanted extra confirmation, say this imbalance right here on the 15-minute chart, it concerns you. Okay, say it concerned you and you weren't really too sure about it yet. It's I don't know, I think it might have some more in the tank. We got this imbalance. It could reclaim this resistance and have one last move lower before it moves higher. Cool. So you could have waited for this as that extra confirmation. We'll wait for that inverse fair value gap above that level, which it gave you right here. And then you can just simply go to the 5-minute chart and look for the confirmation on that. See what I'm getting at? So you had that close above that. As soon as you saw that close above that level right there, it became very evident what this wanted to do, even more evident than it was earlier. And then you have this bounce up above. It's already a very strong trend. So what you want to do next is, now it didn't quite come down into the imbalance right here to retest that area. But if you go to the 5-minute chart, guess what you got? Look right here. It came up and you got the 5-minute confirmation. You got the 1-minute confirmation earlier, but right here you got the 5-minute confirmation. See this? Look how it cracked that short-term high right there. Look how it gave that strong close above that short-term high right there. And look how it gave this fair value gap confirmation right here. Let me actually just remove the inverse fair value gap since we've already confirmed that it cracked that 15-minute, didn't respect it. And look right here though. You have a 5-minute fair value gap confirmation right here. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. There's your confirmation just like that. Just like that, you got the fair value gap confirmation. So you could have literally, at that point, you could have waited on that for the further confirmation. You could have got long in this imbalance right here. Is there another imbalance now at this point on the 5-minute? There's not. So guess what? You can keep your stop right there beneath that fair value gap low. And guess what? You could have targeted that high up there and did it like that. That's still valid right there. That's a valid play right there that you could have shot for to target that high right there. That is absolutely something that you could have went with, because at that point, the 15-minute, you got that confirmed that it did not respect that imbalance. It's a very strong trend. You got opposing bias that up above. Okay, now you got 5-minute confirmation. Takes it a step further. 5-minute confirmation, and you got this imbalance. Very strong close. Very evident. It's like it just jumps off the chart to you at that point what that thing wants to do, and then it respects it and it push ups and it takes it out. So you had a couple different opportunities on Friday to take part. If you weren't too sure about that, what it was going to do with that imbalance, no problem. We gave you another opportunity a little bit later after it broke it, and then it ramped up. Now, I believe we had a setup on Thursday as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was after 8:30 news. I didn't like this one near as much as Friday. I didn't like this near as much, but we did have the signature. So on Thursday, price had a pullback into this higher time frame imbalance right here. You can see right here, we have this higher time frame 4-hour imbalance. That's support. That's a level of support, no doubt about it. And another thing to note here on Thursday, again, this is February the 8th, 2024, February the 8th, 2024, Thursday. And we have, again, it's a very bullish trend. It's been very bullish, and we have previous day's highs, which is serving as a draw liquidity as well. I love seeing that. When in bullish market structure, prices objective is to continuously run out previous day's highs. So we have this in a very strong trend. And when I see something like this, when I see previous day's highs like that left untapped, it's like it's a magnet. It's such a strong magnet for price. So I have that level. I already have that draw identified. I understand it's going to draw to this level right here. I've already identified that. That's what it's going to want to do here. So I have that storyline to go off of right away. Okay. And then I see price selling off here. It's selling off. And when it's selling off like this this is at London session, first things first, what's it doing? Well, it's already taken out significant sell side. It's taken out Asian session lows sell side already. All right. So you can see Asian session lows. Let's see, where is that at? Boom, boom, boom. There's the beginning of Asian session. So yeah, right there, it takes it out. Early on, it takes it out in London. It sweeps that low and it's selling off, selling off, selling off. And at the same time, so think about this. It's already taken out Asian session lows. It's coming down to a higher time frame 4-hour imbalance. And we still have previous day's highs serving as a draw. It's going to want to take that level. It's taking out sell side. Now it's going to want to do what? It's taking out sell side. It's tested that imbalance. It's going to seek opposing buy side here soon, which is this high up here. That's that level that it's going to want to seek. Okay. Now I'm not going to act like I, want it like this was just perfect. I like it, perfect play. No, I did want to see a little bit of a deeper sweep actually. Because it would have been ideal if it took out this level right here as well from New York the other day. And then we had that old high support down there a little bit farther as well. So that was like the best level is down a little bit farther, but it's a very strong trend. Previous day's high serving as a draw. So I can't say I'm surprised that it didn't give that extra pullback, but here's where the setup happened. We have 15-minute sell side right here. As you understand with the ICT model, you want to see it have that 15-minute liquidity sweep, right? Look right there. There's your 15-minute level right there. And then what happens right here? What happens right here? What's this? Well, as I've taught you, as ICT has taught you as well, of course, is 8:30 is a key time because you have high impact news at 8:30 on this particular day. Okay, high impact news is a key time where manipulation is going to occur a lot of times, right? So we have that high impact news, that manipulation at 8:30 that's happening right here. Okay, and then what happens immediately? Because a lot of times the first run is the fake run. Not always, but a lot of times the first run that you see is a fake run. It's a turtle soup. And we already had this storyline to go off of. Like I didn't just go into like this lower time frame chart and say, okay, boom, we got our little 1 minute shift. There it is. Simple as that, right? Or as easy as that, right? No, like we understand that we have this higher time frame, or we have this drawn liquidity up here being previous day's highs. We understand that we've already taken out significant sell side being Asian session lows. We understand that we're coming down to a higher time frame imbalance. We understand that the overall trend is bullish. We understand that we have high impact news, which is a key time where manipulation is going to occur. We understand that we took out this 15-minute sell side right here, right into the high impact news. I have all these signatures lining up here, right? So look, it takes out this level, takes out that sell side right at 8:30. Okay, see that? It immediately moves lower and it sweeps that sell side at 8:30. And then what does it do right after doing that? It pushes up. That's the classic signature, because that is a classic signature for a shift in market structure, for a high probability shift. For a high probability shift in market structure, you want to see price take a key liquidity pull, boom, took out that 15-minute sell side. Okay, you want to see that strong close, boom, you got it. Look how it closed. Look at this short-term high. Look right there. Look how I had that strong close above it right there. And you want fair value gap confirmation, boom, you got it right here. You got everything. See that? Took the sell side. It's already taken out Asian session lows. It has the shift, fair value gap, classic ICT signature, ICT 2022 entry model signature right there. And it even gave you a discount a little bit later. I don't believe it did right here. Again, this is why I also didn't like it, because I do prefer seeing the 9:30 move, not the 8:30 high impact news. You'll get setups after 8:30 and all that's done with, of course. That's a key time where you'll see setups. I do prefer 9:30. It never pulled back into a discount on the first push, but it did a little bit later into, as you can see, into Equity Bell. See that? Actually, it was a little bit after Equity Bell. So you can see it ended up giving this pullback right here. See that? So it gave the pullback right there into a discount within that range. Ended up finding support off that bullish order block, and then it ramped up. It seeked the highs, and then it seeked previous day's highs, which, as I already made clear, is that strong drawn liquidity up there. So that's what ended up playing out. News gave the manipulation run, and then it provided the shift, and then it pulled back, light retracement, pushed up. Then it gave a deeper pullback into a discount a little bit later right here. Took out the sell side, and then it pushed up and it cleaned out the highs above. So I believe, if I recall, that's about all that I've seen in regards to, or last week, for the ICT 2022 model that were like super clean setups. And yeah, guys, I mean, that was the case. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, got some value out of it, and I'll catch you later.